Okie doke, here's our patient compartment. And you can see it's big, very roomy. Yeah, I mean, this would be a great rig if you're doing nurse calls or if you do training and have extra riders or whatnot. You can see the first thing you might notice is it's got the Striker power loader track already installed with power. So if you want a power striker or a striker power loader, it's prepped already. You'll also notice that the striker lockdown bars that are in here are configured for the gurney to go up against the wall. It doesn't have to be that way. They just had it configured this way. If you put the lockdown bar there, then you could put the antlers. There's a mount on the track at the very top, so you could put it in the center. Then you'd be able to utilize the CPR seat the way it's intended to be used. But the fire department that had this has it configured up against the wall. So there's that, but you can change that. Let's jump in. Oh yeah, you'll also notice the floor. Great shape. It's not frayed. It's not coming up anywhere. And I've seen this on other Hortons where it's like this grip tape. It's not as coarse as, say, this grip tape. It's smoother, so you can wash it out, but it's got some traction to it for sure. And then these stainless steel plates, that's to protect the floor. That's where the wheels end up on the gurney. But during transport, the vibration, if you notice on your traditional linoleum floor or rubber floor, the wheels will eventually wear holes in the floor while the gurney is locked into place. Just over time from the vibration, those wheels will make holes. So that's what the stainless steel plates are for. So oh yeah, above the rear doors we've got a clock so you can time your epi and atropine. There's also a glove butler there above the doors. There's a compartment there with a shelf in the middle right there. Similar situation there, although this one's a little deeper. Below that is a rack for any of the physio control, like LifePak 20, LifePak 15, LifePak 12. All of those will fit there, but it'll also accommodate the Zoll and the Philips. The other heart monitors will fit on that thing too. There's a drawer down here, and it has power. So it looks like they probably had a battery charger in there, and it's been capped off so you don't have a fire hazard or anything like that. But that's the way that was configured. There's the CPR seat. The back does not come down to make more counter space. You can see it's just got a long padded back right there. Then there's the sharps container. We've got that compartment down there, which is deep. And then up above, there's a significant amount of space with the adjustable shelf in the middle. And then I'll get into that in just a second. Let me just knock out the rest of this stuff. The door into the patient, into the cab. You can see here's our cab. A little dark, I know, but there's a door if you want to close off. And let me tell you, this is I guess it just clicks in, or how does that go? Yeah, it just clicks in. This is how does that go? It has a lock on it too, with a key, which is interesting, but I don't know how this. Oh, I see. The lock is for the lock is for the driver's side. Oh, I see. So there's that. That's probably the most substantial door I've ever seen on an ambulance. Usually they're pretty flimsy. They just slide across, and you certainly don't have the ability to lock it. But this one you do. It's almost like a cockpit door. Over here, this is where the electronics are. All of the bus bars, all of the relays and the solenoids and whatnot for the emergency lights. I realize it's too dark to see in there, but that's where that is. That is for antenna access from that little panel plate right there. Big compartment here with 3 shelves. And for linen or pillows or emesis basins, whatnot. You'll also notice over here we've got some great security. These are lockable doors that would go for all of your equipment that's going to be from the outside accessible compartment, except for this drawer. That is not part of the outside access. But there's that, and then there's one down below here. And there's that. I do not have the key for that, but I know it can be ordered from Horton. Excuse me. And then over here on the end of the bench seat, there's a drawer. And these drawers are metal, which I like, instead of wood. It actually makes it lighter. And they last much longer. The wood ones, the laminate, starts coming off the wood. The wood starts getting chipped up. Under the bench seat, the typical, not very deep because of the wheel well, but big enough to put traction splint, Sager splint, CAD, whatever you might want to put down there, or more blankets and whatnot. Another sharps container. It also has carbon monoxide detector right here above the sharps container. Then we got this large compartment above the bench seat. Oh yeah, and the bench seat has a window, which is awesome, so you can kind of monitor where you're going, how close you are to the hospital or whatnot. There's oxygen outlet on the bench side seat side. There's also, I was testing the oxygen. Everything works as it should. There's one in the ceiling, so you can do an additional outlet up there. Plus there's one on the action wall over there. Oh wait, I didn't show you this. So this is part of that outside compartment where they would have had 3 shelves, but they removed those. Again, if you need us to fabricate some shelves, we can do that for you. The jump seat, it's got the integrated child seat, so you can put a child rider there. It's also adjustable. It's on a track. It slides forward and backwards, so if you want to get closer for doing BVM type of stuff, you can do that. All right, I'm going to turn on the, actually, I don't think I have to. I think we're connected to the shoreline, so we should be able... Let me double check that the shoreline's connected, and then we'll get into this. So you can... Oh, what's cool with the Horton, with this particular panel, is you can dim these lights down. And sometimes, at nighttime, you've got a patient that doesn't want it bright. Maybe it's just a standard transport, or maybe they have meningitis or something, and the bright lights are killing them. You can dim the lights down. That's pretty cool. And then it says, look, it's showing internal temperature of the ambulance is 76 degrees Fahrenheit. And then if we turn on our HVAC system, you'll hear that come alive. And let me see our speed selector. There we go. And let's go. So that's the speed selector. You can see I'm going up and it's getting louder. That's coming out of there, and that works fantastic. And then you just dial in your temperature. Where is that? Over here. Oh, no, that's our dimmer light. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, so our blower has it's a dual function switch. So you go to blower, and then you go to temperature set. So if you want to set the temperature, you just go down with that, and if you look on the screen, it's temperature set to 63, 62, or whatever, and then it'll reach that desired speed, or that desired temperature, and then Bob's your uncle. Okay, so there's that. It's also, let me turn that off so you can hear me. Hold on a second. Alright, our exhaust vent I don't know where exactly that's sucking from, but I heard it come on. So if there's foul odors in here that you don't want to be back here, that'll suck it out. What's also cool, it also has an intake vent. So if you want to bring fresh air from outside inside, you can do that too, which most ambulances do not have that. They all have the exhaust vent, but very few have an intake vent. Let's see, what's all of that? And then, also you can check your oxygen status and whatnot. I don't have the tank turned on though. Oh yeah, our suction. So here's our suction down here. You can see this is our suction regulator gauge. If I put my finger over the hole, you see the needle start climbing. Very quiet, by the way. The motor's located outside in the outside compartment, so you can barely hear it. It is set up for a radio. I can see the wiring hanging down here. So they had a hospital radio back here. I've not touched any of that stuff. Oh yeah, also for our inverter, we got plugs over there. I can see the light is on. So there's plugs over there. There's a plug on that side. And I would imagine that there's a plug somewhere in in that cabinet. There usually is. So there is that. Is there anything we have not covered back here? It's in really great shape. If you're going to do isolette calls, if you're going to do long distance calls, this is definitely the rig that I would want. I'm sure it handles really well with a full payload. I've never, as a paramedic, worked in a medium duty rig before. The biggest rig that I've ever worked in is a F450. But I can tell you, if you've got, 2 nurses, an isolette, your partner, and a respiratory therapist or something back there, it definitely changes the dynamics and performance of the vehicle. And I would imagine something this big would be completely unaffected by that. So here's this. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, give me a call, maybe a text, and I'll answer whatever questions you have. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.